Hello there. Welcome to Shifting Gears.
Jake Elliott won.
Sorry. That was a bit of stupidity mixed with hype. Anyway, we're both wearing our hats that he signed not only a month ago, less than a month ago.
Where was yours signed at? There it is, yeah.
Not only that, but signed that one too.
Yep.
And
that one, yeah.
Because we didn't just meet him, we made him work.
We did.
We actually had like 18 people with us.
And that's signed.
That is signed too, but he didn't sign it like a month ago. I pre-ordered that one.
Yeah. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, well, I was going to get ahead of myself and start saying stuff, but that's part of the point. So
Sure.
might as well just get into it.
Yeah.
All right. And cue intro.
You know, we're gonna now.
Did you see that?
Yeah, their face was like
they started the intro,
yeah.
but I didn't say it.
I know it.
All right. Now.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right. Welcome to Shifting Gears.
We have 5 different gears we're gonna go through, 5 different topics we're gonna talk about. Let's go ahead and get to the first one.
All right. First gear here, shifting right into first gear. The first thing we want to talk about is Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace swapped pit crews just a few days ago, and it hurt Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to. I thought
Same issues, same like the left rear tire and everything.
It's I don't know what they need to do. They need to literally, at this point, they need to sit. I almost think they need to not suspend. Like NASCAR shouldn't do anything, but Joe Gibbs Racing needs to get that tire changer and the jack, whoever's making all these mistakes. It may be different people, and I could be wrong, but just from what we see, it looks like the same person. Sit them down for a couple races and strictly put them in training.
Yeah.
I don't know, and next couple races would still be bad because they have somebody new.
Because
that might help in the long run if they put him back in there and get the training he needs and go from there, or they just need to say, hey, see you later.
See, I get it because everything's new with this car. I get that. So everybody had to learn. But at this point in the year, I just got to stop. Loose tires have got to stop. There's got to be something broke for that loose tire to happen, not pit crew fault. Now I understand things happen, but like for the same pit crew to keep doing it, switch pit crews and then do it again, that's a little too much. Like they need to fix that.
They need to fix something. Something is going on, and they need to figure out what it is.
It ain't good.
So, and if it is just a malfunction of the equipment, then they need to make sure we know about that. Bring it up in Twitter or anything. They'll let the fans know that it's not the guy, it's the malfunction of the gun or something. Because I know there has been moments where it's the malfunction of the gun.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, then that's the case. They need to fix it. But it's too many times it's been the same person for it to be a mistake.
Yeah. If I was him, I'd be a little scared for my job at the moment. So
yeah, the only problem is I don't know who the tire changer is, but I know someone on that team is Joe Gibbs' grandson.
Oh,
so
hopefully it's not him.
So I hope if it is him, then I don't see him getting fired.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They need to get him the training he deserves.
Yeah. All right, shifting into the second gear. Should this race be held at nighttime?
I think it's an interesting topic because here's the thing: the race today was awesome.
Yes.
It was pack racing and everything. They accomplished the goal. The handling was an issue right at first, but I think under competition caution, it might have been just with no practice and qualifying and everything that they finally got it in and it was fine. But in the Xfinity race, that wasn't the case. It was so loose, and the handling was so bad. I know they're inexperienced drivers, a lot of them coming up. Maybe that has anything to do with it, but it's also had to do with the hot temperatures.
Yeah,
and it didn't accomplish what they wanted. Not that they always want pack racing, and a race like that, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad race, but it just didn't do what they wanted.
My thing is, I go back and forth on it sometimes because when it's hot and slick, it's fun. because they lose control of their cars. They'll be bumping into each other. It's interesting. It makes you anxious on the edge of your seat. But then they get spread out, and it's not a pack like you want it. And then obviously at nighttime it's going to be cooler, so they can play pack race more often. And so I don't know, it's back and forth because the pack racing obviously is always a blast to see, but also them sliding around is kind of fun too.
Yeah,
so
it is fun, but I don't think it's fun for restrict bike racing, super speedway racing now. I don't think it's fun for that because then it messes up the race more than it enhances it. Yeah. For a strictly mile and a half, like original, whatever you call it, a race, sliding around like that's what you need. It's better in the hot. Yeah. But I don't know. I will say the finish was a lot better, which we're Chase Elliott fans, so we would be biased. But even the racing itself was a lot better, and it had cooled down. Yeah. At least that's what they said. We weren't there, so I don't know. But they said it's cooled down. It got in the shade, what it looked like. And so I think a night race, I'm always like this though. If there's two races, if a track goes twice. What am I trying to say here?
If the track comes up two times on schedule.
Yes. If there's two races at the same track in the same year, then they need to make sure the identity of them are completely different. Yeah. They already had a day race at Atlanta this year, so make the other one a night race. It makes it a different identity, and I think it'd be good. Atlanta has lights. Just use them. Yeah. And so that's why I think it would be really
I agree with that. I think they should have both and not just both of them the same, but both be one night, one day, because it is be interesting to see how different it is and how different of setup the guys need and everything else like that.
And we only have one nighttime super speedway race right now at Daytona in August now. I about said restrictor plate, Daytona in July. I'm living about 5 years.
It's been a while.
All right, shifting right into third gear here. I want to talk about Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, fun stuff.
I will say this. Ross Chastain, the earlier wreck with Martin Truex Jr., I don't think it was his fault. No. I could go back and review the tape or whatever, but even I saw on Twitter Martin Truex Jr., now it's Twitter, so take that as you may, but it seemed like Martin Truex Jr. even apologized after that wreck, saying it was his fault.
From what I saw, he got loose, and there's not much Chastain can do.
He's getting pushed from the back,
And people are blaming him just because people are mad at Chastain right now. Yeah. And I understand if you're frustrated because, you're a Denny Hamlin fan or something, or Truex fan, I can see that you'd be mad, but it wasn't his fault. Now, second time, he could have prevented that a little bit more, but still, I'm not mad at the guy. He's aggressive, and I think he needs to stay aggressive. A lot of people will back him up about that too. He just needs to I don't know how to word it, but calm down a little bit, but keep the aggression because it's good. Then the sport needs it.
That's what I don't know how I feel about it because I love Ross Chastain. I think he's a great driver, great personality, and I think he has potential to be a superstar in NASCAR. And the fact that he's continuing to get the wins, even though the controversy has come, is good. But I like him, and I don't like Joey Logano, and I don't really know why. Because the difference is Joey Logano has made those mistakes like that and is aggressive all the time, and but he doesn't come out and necessarily apologize for it or say, he just says, I don't care. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. But I don't know.
I feel like Chastain is the attitude of if he really truly makes a mistake, he's going to apologize for it. But if he's just racing real hard for a win or something, bumps the other way, he's not going to say sorry. He's going to say, I want to win. And so that's what I like about him because he's aggressive and he needs to be. But if he's a little too aggressive, he doesn't need to be, he'll apologize for it.
Yeah, but here's the bottom line, though. He does need to change a little bit. Like the wrecks with Denny Hamlin, he could have lifted out of the gas and avoided that, and they both could have went on and had good days. But, I mean, Ross Chastain could have very easily been involved in that wreck, too. I mean, he didn't get any more damage, I don't think, but he could have. I mean, stuff like that will take him out of the race. He needs to be a little bit more aware of that. Now, I know it was the closing laps. It wasn't like it was lap 15, like it was a gateway or nothing, but, if that was a last lap accident, completely understandable, but they still had 15 laps to go, something like that, and so you still need to be a little bit more cautious there.
And he's up there. It's not like he's going to lose every single spot and he's way back and he can't afford to lift or nothing.
Right now he needs to have probably about 3 or 4 races in a row with no contact and go from there. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
And he's locked into the playoffs, so I don't know why
he could just do it.
He could just have 3 or 4 decent races, however long it is to playoffs, and he's locked in. All right, shifting to gear number 4, Chase Elliott wins again.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Anyway, he is on a tear the last couple weeks. I mean, you minus Gateway, he didn't do so hot there. Obviously, we just talked about that a little bit with Ross Chastain. But the next week after that, Sonoma finished 8th. He could have finished even better than that. He led a lot of laps, stuff like that. Then he go to the next race after that, which I believe was Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. I just looked this up before recording, so I could be wrong, but I think that's good. Nashville wins. The next week, Road America finishes second, led almost every lap basically, minus the stupid stages the way they go, but finished second. We didn't have a video last week.
We were both gone.
We were both gone. It just ended up being too late of the week to record it. But so going back to Road America a little bit, it was a good race. It was an awesome race. I love Road America, but he finished second, going on a tear. That's all of my Road America. We'll move on past that. We'll talk about it at a later date. And then today gets the win again. He could have very easily won 3 in a row if it wasn't for last week getting passed by Tyler Reddick, making one mistake, and I think Tyler Reddick had a better car. And
he's been on a hot streak the past few weeks, and it's awesome to see because
it's not Kyle Larson level from last year, but I think he's poised. I hope it continues. I think he's poised to finish in the top 5 and keep it going. You know what I mean? At least, and go from there.
Keep rolling into the playoffs.
Yeah,
because that's why he needs it. So
he's probably gonna have a little bit of a drop off, and I don't mind that as long as it quits before the playoffs. The playoffs start. He needs to get like this in the playoffs. It'd be awesome. But
it'd be awesome for him to get a win every
3rd win of the season. Remember, just a few weeks ago, they were talking about Chase hasn't won a race this year. What are they going to do? Now he's the winningest driver this season with 3 wins. Only driver to win 3 so far. I'll say that, and Ross Chastain or somebody will win next week. But he's getting it done. He's getting it done, and I think this is a really good year for him. He could have a shot at the title.
See if he can finish it out. So, well, you hardcore interrupted me there.
I did.
Yeah, I was like, sorry. I was saying he just needs to win a race every round of playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I said he needs to win a race every 3 wins. I was like, okay.
I'm terribly sorry. I get too passionate. Shifting into 5th and final gear here, we'll talk about the race overall. My percentage, I'm going to give this race, I'll probably give it a 95. I love super speedway type racing. Atlanta, the fact that they could shrink it that many. I mean, look at this. We have, I don't know, I hope you can see this. I have all 3 super speedways here now. Of course, these are old models. But like this is that Talladega? Yeah. This is Talladega. Look how small size comparison this is to Talladega. And the fact that they can make this race just like that is beyond me. It's awesome. The fact is they're going slower than they did last year at the old configuration, but it looks, because it's such a small track, it looks like they're going like 250 miles an hour. It just looks cool. I really do enjoy this racing. I think they made a good move, and I think it needs to keep up. Like I said, though, cut it off there. I don't want any more 1.5 miles like that.
I like it, but make this a unique track for sure. But I like it. It's fun. It's just an interesting, unique race. My percentage, I'll give it a 90 because I don't like it as much as these 2 tracks. These are my favorite, but I still like it. So if it was the Talladega, the way the racing is there, I'm always gonna love it more than I will love this. But I still love this. It's just fun. I love it.
If you look back at it, early 2000s Daytona or Talladega race, it looks a lot like what Atlanta is now. There's breakaways at some points, a lot of runs, but it's not like the pack racing we see today. And I think that's cool. It gets almost a little bit of an old school feel when it comes to that, and yet new school at the same time because it's such a small track they're doing it at. So I don't know. I think it's a success. Maybe, what do you think? Drop a comment down and tell us what you think about it. If you're for it, against it, if you like Ross Chastain.
Ideas
are you on Team Chastain or Team everybody else at this point? But leave a like on the video, subscribe, and Caleb, any final thoughts? I kind of cut you off there.
That's okay. No, I think we're good.
You think you're good?
I think we're good. I think I'm good.
All right. Well, in that case, we will see you next week. We will have a video. And
where are they next week?
Good question. Do you have your phone?
I do.
Caleb, my
New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
New Hampshire. So that race is a lot like Phoenix does. So the people that are good at Phoenix will probably be good next week.
My money's on Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe?
Chris, sorry about that.
I think it's his final year. Maybe. I guess I heard talks that he might be coming back, but I doubt it.
Briscoe.
I'm talking. Let me finish.
Eric Almirola. Sorry.
Eric Almirola.
I was a little confused there.
I think Eric Almirola have one good shot. I think since he won there last year, I think he's going to try to put a lot into winning there again this year. Who knows? He could be an underdog. So,
All right, let's end the video.
right.
We're going too long.
cut.